still my niggas, they said they came up in the nose. Squeezing them chickens, was tryna get rich till they said they came up breaking laws. Falling soldier, catching no mercy in war. 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 Look in my eyes.
What's good, YouTube? It's your boy HoodieJube back with another video. Whew. What a good game. What a good last game for week 17 for the Saints, y'all. You just have to say the Saints is probably the best team in the NFC right now. And the reason why I say that is, how do you beat a rivalry team when you know every year we're gonna probably maybe lose one game normally to a rivalry team, usually the Falcons, Panthers, and the Buccaneers. They always give us a a fight for our money. But for week 17, with no Michael Thomas, no Traquan Smith, no running backs, no Alvin Kamara, Latavius Murray, Dwayne Washington. On defense, you're missing Marcus Williams. You missing Gardner Johnson. We're missing a lot of key players. And you're gonna tell me we're just gonna go to Carolina and just pound the ball and win 33-7? Whew. What do you think is gonna happen against the Bears on Sunday? We are gonna be fully healthy? Ooh, I feel bad for the Bears, y'all. I feel bad for them. But hey, we already played the Bears already this season and already beat them with a practice squad receiver core. Just think of that. We beat them when Michael Thomas was out with his injury and when Amanda Sanders was on the COVID list. And then, I think it was the first quarter, Traquan Smith, our third receiver, got hurt and was out for the game. So we had practice squad receivers, and Drew Brees still found a way to win that game. So I feel like we can easily beat the Bears this Sunday and move on to the next game in the playoffs. But with that being said, so far, y'all, I like this defense. I'm really liking our defense right now. But all these people getting hurt, being on the COVID list, but all this craziness that's happening, the Saints are somehow finding a way just to keep winning. I just don't understand. Gardner Johnson, he's really good. Marcus Williams is really good. Two key players we need on defense. What happens? We still only allow 7 points. We get 5 interceptions and 3 sacks without our key players. It's just a great all-around team and probably one of the best coaches you're ever going to see. Yeah, a lot of people's going to probably, argue about Sean Payton and Bill Belichick. I'll give credit to Bill Belichick. He know how to keep that defense stacked up for Tom Brady to help Tom win 6 Super Bowls. But look what Sean Payton finally doing. He's winning with people that you're looking at who is this guy? Who is Marquez Callaway? Who is DeJuan Johnson? Austin Carr? Ty Montgomery? How are we winning games with people that people don't even know about? It's why? Because Sean Payton knows what he's doing out there. He knows how to coach. And I feel like this man needs to get Coach of the Year. But Saints fans, y'all definitely know how the NFL is. They hate the Saints. So any type of rewards, we're gonna try to get any kind of awards that we want, like MVP. Well, Drew never gonna get MVP. He had so many years where he had over 5,000 yards, 40-something passing touchdowns, and maybe double-digit interceptions, maybe 10. Nope, got taken away by somebody else. So I feel like Sean Payton, if you can go, trying to remember, y'all, if we can go 8-1 without Drew Brees, because we went 5-0 last year with Teddy, and we went 3-1 this year with Taysom Hill. If Sean Payton can win games against really good teams in the NFL without your Hall of Fame starting quarterback, without Michael Thomas, your number 1 receiver, and we just won yesterday without our running backs, this man should get Coach of the Year. Sean Payton deserves it. Everybody knows it. He deserves it. So let's kind of move on, to the Bears and Saints game this Sunday. So I feel like we should be able to have a good, easy game against the Bears. Yes, the Bears been looking pretty dang good, but when I was rooting for them this past weekend against the Packers, I was like, they keeping a tight game with them, and then they started making stupid play calls, not kicking field goals. Let's keep going for it on 4th down, and that's what screwed them up big time. And I feel like since we already beat them once, and us beating them once without having Michael Thomas in the game and Amanda Sanders, literally all our good receivers had a practice squad receiver core, I feel like we can easily destroy them. We could probably destroy them worse than what Green Bay did, to be honest. I really don't see them be able to guard Michael Thomas. Like, when Michael Thomas comes back, they said he's probably going to be like 100% healthy. So you're going to have to at least double team or at least triple team this dude. But guess what? You got Amanda Sanders now, dude. We got him. We finally got our legit number 2 receiver that we needed. That's going to probably help us go all the way this year. I feel like we're going all the way, y'all, no matter what. Can Seattle beat us? No. Their defense ain't good enough. And I don't even know if their offense can even keep up, because our defense is really good. Then you can go look at the Washington football team. Hell no. They just ended just because their division sucks. But, I'm going to give credit, where credit is due. And give credit to Chase Young. I feel like he should get Defensive Rookie of the Year. That man is balling right now. That's the one player I wouldn't want to play. So I'm just kind of glad they playing the Bucks. But then again, I hate Tom Brady. I just was never a Tom Brady fan. Everybody calls him the GOAT when Drew Brees is really the GOAT with all the stats. But hey, it's all about rings supposedly, that's what everybody says. But not one person wins the ring. It's a team that wins the rings. So when you want to talk about who's the GOAT, that one person, it comes down to the stats. And who's got the stats? Drew. So the Bucks got an easy game against the Washington football team. But to be honest with y'all, really, just being honest, if Chase Young balls out and gets personal on Tom Brady, they can lose, because they got Alex Smith, a healthy Alex Smith coming back. I feel like the Washington football team could be a team to upset the Buccaneers, but I feel like the Bucks, can still easily beat them. Like I was saying, they're not really that good of a team, but Chase Young and Ryan Kerrigan on the east side, that's a dangerous, duo right there on the defensive line. So we're going to see how that turns out. But like I said, I feel like we should easily beat the Bears. Hopefully Kamara will be back. I really don't think he needs a lot of practice. Like, literally, they say if he plays, he'll be playing with no practice. It's over, He'll be able to practice with like a, I guess you can say, like a Zoom call or something like that. That's how they're going to have to do it. They ain't going to be able to do it in person, because he can't be around nobody. But I feel like Alvin Kamara knows all the plays. He's just too good. I feel like we should be good with him. And I feel like he should be back for Sunday. If not, we still got Latavius Murray. And you seen what Ty Montgomery did for us. He stepped up and got a 100-yard rushing game. So I feel like we'll be straight. You get Michael Thomas back. Now you got to have Michael Thomas, Amanda Sanders. I think they're saying Traquan might come back. If he does, that's your legit number 3. Well, not really. See, we call him our legit number 3, but I feel like our legit number 3 player would be Marquez Callaway. That man, that boy is just balling out. Like, coming from undrafted, like, I don't know what it is about Sean Payton. He always find players that are like 7th-round pick or undrafted and somehow turn these people into ballers. Like, I don't know how he finds these people, because I feel like our future, after, you know, Thomas is kind of hanging up his cleats, I feel like we're still gonna have Marquez Callaway. We're gonna probably most likely keep Juwan Johnson, because I don't know if y'all heard about Sean Payton, but Sean Payton literally said about Juwan Johnson is, because a reporter asked him and said, what do you think about Juwan Johnson, you know, so far this season? And he said, to be honest, if you really want me to, you know, compare him to somebody that I coached before, he reminds me of Marcus Coulson. Marcus Coulson was a 7th-round pick, and in his rookie year he was quiet, didn't really play that much, came in here and there doing good plays, just kind of like what Juwan Johnson's doing. And Juwan Johnson's got a big body, and I think he's like 6'2", 6'3". He's got a nice little height on him, so that's gonna help. He's like another Marcus Coulson, but I mean, we already kind of got our Marcus Coulson. You know, Michael Thomas was just 10 times better than Marcus Coulson, just because he can just get open easily, like it's not. And I'm just so excited to have Amanda Sanders this year, to have us as a legit number 2 receiver, because you see what he did for while Michael Thomas was out. So just think of the Saints offense going against this Bear defense. I don't know if Alvin Kamara comes back. I don't know how the Bears are going to stop us. We're going to have a whole healthy offensive line. You're going to have Drew Brees being healthy. You've seen the way he played last week, this past week against the Panthers. He did really good. So I feel like, how are you going to stop a healthy Drew Brees with a healthy offensive line that could easily push you and run the ball down your throat with Alvin Kamara, Latavius Murray, Ty Montgomery? Then you got 2 really great tight ends. You got Jared Cook, and you got that rookie that is supposedly a tight end that can run like a receiver, and his name is Adam Trautman. And that dude, I'm telling you, I feel like Adam Trautman is going to be like our next type of George Kittle type. I feel like I can compare him to George Kittle, because they both fast, they both physical, they both can catch, they both can run after the catch with the ball. So I feel like Adam Trautman is going to be our future tight end. And like I said, I feel like he's the next George Kittle. And then you just go to your receivers. Michael Thomas, you got to double team or triple team him, but then you can't now. Why? Because you got Amanda Sanders. You got to worry about. Now if Traquan comes back, you still got to worry about Traquan. You got to respect him. And then you got Callaway, who's up. You got to respect him. Whoever we put in there, you got to respect, because they all can catch. And then the number one thing, I'm happy that we supposed to be getting back, and he's supposed to be 100% healthy for the playoffs, is Deontay Harris, our return specialist, and he's a receiver. I love it when they use him on the jet sweep, because he's fast. And I don't know if anybody else is a big, you know, huge Saints fan like I am, and watches and, you know, notice things. I started to notice that I feel like in about a year, 2 years, I feel like Deontay Harris is going to be literally the next Tyreek Hill, because nobody knew Tyreek Hill when he first came to the league. He was literally known for his punt return. That's how he was. Well, then the Chiefs started figuring out some stuff, and they were like, this man's got some speed, he's got good hands, he can return. Why not put him as a receiver, you know, use some jet sweeps, use him deep ball. And the Saints are starting to do the same thing. They starting to letting him do jet sweeps, drawing it downfield deep when they put Taysom Hill in, and they thinking he's gonna run it. He throws it deep to that to Harris. It's just like, what can you do to stop this team? So now if you get Deontay Harris back, I just feel like we're going all the way. There's no way you can stop all these key players. And then on defense, dude, defense. Let me tell you our defense. We got, I think, the second or third best defense right now, they're saying. And against the Panthers, you get 5 interceptions and 3 sacks. That's just outstanding. And that's with 2 of your best key players out. And I have to give, you know, credit where credit is due, like I said. For that dude's first time on the field playing as a Saints. I think his last name was Haley. He got his first pick. I'm really excited about him. And happy for him, because, hey, he got that pick in the end zone. We needed that. And I'm just happy to get Malcolm Jenkins back because he's really good. Like, yes, he can get burnt sometimes because he's getting old, but don't forget he can still cover, he can still blitz if he needs to. Like, he is just somebody that you can really rely on. And on front, I feel like our front seven is just a legit front seven. They really good. You got Cameron Jordan on one side, you got Marcus Davenport and Trey Henderson on the other side, just literally switching in and out, just killing that line while you got Cam Jordan on the other side. And then in the middle, you got David Adamadu, you got Sheldon Rakins, you got Malcolm Brown, you got Cy Tuttle, you got so many people that can just bust through the middle and easily. Like, we got probably one of the best defensive line in the NFL right now. And then the linebacking court, you know, Demario Davis, he's probably like one of our best leaders since Jonathan Vilmer left. And I was happy to see us get Demario Davis a few years ago, and I'm glad to see him sign a 3-year contract because I know he's gonna keep this defense in check. Anzalone is getting a little bit better this year. I feel like he's doing a little bit better, but I low-key want to see a little bit more of Zach Bond. Like, we drafted this man with the 3rd pick. Let this man play some football. You know, I'm ready to see this man cover and see how he can really play. But the most disappointing part about the linebacking core is that I kind of, miss Kawan Alexander, losing him a couple weeks ago, season-ending injury. But I pray for this man for a speedy recovery, and I hope the Saints play it smart and sign him to a nice good deal next year, because I'm telling you, Kawan, when he comes back nice and healthy and he's ready, this man is always motivated and will do whatever he can. Because I don't know if everybody knows the Kawan story about when his one of his brothers passed away a few years ago when he was playing for the Bucks, and he wanted to play the game still for his brother, and that man balled out, man. And I'm telling you, this dude is so motivated to do whatever he can to be on that field. So I feel like Kawan would be the best linebacker we can get next year, coming back nice and fully healthy. If he can have a nice speedy recovery and come back on time, and that would be great. And then you just start looking at the defensive backs and your safeties. Marcus Williams should be coming back nice and healthy after that ankle injury. So he's a really good safety. Everybody thinks he's really bad. He's really not bad. He's really, I think they say he's like in the top 5 safeties right now. But y'all just don't see it that way. But usually most of the balls that are thrown his way, and if he can get his hands on it, it's usually a pick. He got really good hands back then. That's what I really like about him. And then I love Gardner Johnson. I hope he comes back from the COVID list this week, because I love the way they use him in the blitz. This man can blitz, this man can tackle real hard, and he can cover too, pretty damn good. So I like that. And then I just love our 2 cornerbacks combo. I like Lattimore and Janoris Jenkins. They are both literally like a 2-1 punch. Like, it's hard to pass on them. It's hard to run on us. And it's just like, I feel like this is the best team in the NFL and the best Saints team we had ever. I just don't feel like nobody can beat us in the playoffs. Like, everybody's thinking, oh, they're going off of injuries, and they didn't look too good in this game. But do y'all not realize, sports analysts, I mean, they call themselves sports analysts, acting like they know everything about sports, but I really don't think they do, because they always want to just start some crap and say the Saints ain't this, the Saints ain't that. Oh, they didn't look too good. They didn't look too good against the Chiefs. They lost. Well, duh, we lost to the damn Chiefs because Drew just came back from a ribs injury, not looking too great. You don't have Michael Thomas, your number 1 receiver. You don't have Deontay Harris, your specialist, that can return it when we made them punt. We made the Chiefs punt 6 times. That's the most they ever hit since like 2017 or 18, they said, in one of the games in 2018. That's the most time they ever punted since that 2018 year. So just think of that, y'all. Just put that in y'all head and think of that. So, with all that being said, I feel like we're going to easily beat the Bears. And I feel like the Bucks should easily beat the Washington football team. And I feel like the Seattle should easily beat the Rams, since they don't have Jared Goff, but they do have a good defense that I feel like could keep this game close. But I feel like Seattle's going to pull it off. So I feel like the following week is going to be Green Bay versus the Bucks. and then it's gonna be Seattle versus us in the Dome again, and then out of that, I feel like it's gonna be Green Bay versus us, and we're gonna be going to Green Bay, or the Bucks could open a can of whoop ass, I guess, on them like they did at the beginning of the season, and whoop the crap out of them, and it will come to us, and then the NFC Championship will run through the Dome. And you know what happens when you come to the Dome, and especially if the Bucks come to the Dome. Lord, please pray for Tom Brady, because this man already got beat twice bad by us, and everybody's saying, oh, they wasn't ready, didn't have an off season. But look what happened in the second game when we were all fully healthy, with everybody back. We destroyed the shit out of them, y'all, 38-3, with the team fully healthy, and they were all prepared. They had Antonio Brown and everything. Like, come on now, like, please. So, with all that being said, I feel like we're going all the way, y'all, and if you don't mind, please hit the like button, and please subscribe to my channel, and also leave some comments, because I like to interact with everybody. I like talking to people, and I like talking about football. I like to have conversation with everybody, and know your opinion. You can let me know, and I'll tell you my opinion about what I think we can do to improve, what we can do to get better. And hey, even if you're not a Saints fan and you don't, like the Saints, you can still comment in here and say what you want, and say, oh, we're gonna whoop the Saints, this weekend, we're gonna do this, we're gonna do that. That's fine. I'll have a conversation with you, and I'll tell you my opinion, and you tell me your opinion. So with that being said, Saints going all the dang way, and I am hoping we can get a rematch against the Chiefs, because I do not want to see them Bills. The Bills are something serious right now, y'all. I feel like they might knock off the Chiefs, but the only reason why I want to play the Chiefs again is because they beat us by 3 points. 3 points, with us not having our star receiver, Drew Brees, not healthy at all. Like, if they played a healthy Saints, that game would turn out way different. We would have beat the Chiefs. So I kind of want to see a rematch, Chiefs versus Saints, Super Bowl. So though, if I had to call it, it's going to be Chiefs versus Saints, or Bills versus Saints for the Super Bowl. So with all that being said, y'all, please leave a like again. Please leave your comments, subscribe, put on your notifications, so when I post another video, I'm gonna always be back with another video. So until next time, y'all, HoodieJube is out of here. Deuces.